everybody. Hey, YouTube. I'm out in these Tallahassee streets. I'm here to tell you, if this isn't something, I don't know what is, honey. Let me shut this thing again. The sunshine, that Florida sun is for real. It is truly the sunshine state. So if you tuned in earlier, you know I went to the grocery store. I ended up going to two. I went to Aldi and I did find my way to Winn-Dixie. So I'm riding around. First of all, groceries are out of reach now. They are ridiculously high. I have 4 bags of groceries and I know I've spent over $100. And not to mention the gas. Nobody brought the stuff to me. Although I will say sometimes it's cheaper to do that. And I have done that. So, moving on. I've been riding around doing what I need to do, and I thank you very much. I love YouTube, but there are times when I don't like some of the things I'm hearing. Now, listening to YouTube is a choice. Let's get that out there early. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Hi, it's Miss Margaret, driving back from the robbery we call grocery shopping. Everyone is talking about Funky Dineva and all of the mayhem that has come from him talking about 2 of the YouTubers, one of which is Tasha K. I forget the other one, but I know it's Atlien. Atlien. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. I don't watch her channel. I have watched Tasha K. Well, I've watched them both. I've subscribed to both. But then I unsubscribed. And the reason I did, people are driving like freaking maniacs. Slow down. Let me drive my car. Don't you be trying to drive this car. I'm driving it. Anyway, I have watched their channels in the past. I have subscribed in the past. And I unsubscribed. And here's why. All of the vitriol, the poor taste in commentary, not all the time, but it's enough to turn me off as a viewer. It's not my taste. We have a saying in the community, my race but not my taste. At my age, it just wears on you just to hear the vitriol and the hating for hating and vitriol's sake. If you're going to be upset about something, then let it be informative. Let it be insightful. I gotta go around something in the road. Let it be purposeful. This whole business of cuss outs and talking about people's anatomy, whether or not it smells, and I love Funky. I like watching Funky's show because although he's edgy, he's at least entertaining, and at the end of the day, he always brings insight to something, even in his own, at times, vulgar, at times, extreme way. I'm subscribed to that channel for those reasons. Although his language has been really hard to take sometimes, in which case I just turn it off and I go to something else. But there are times when he says things that are so deep that you have to give him a chance before you change the channel or cut it off. You know what I mean? And so here now, Funky was going on about something to do with the way YouTubers and bloggers make up things instead of telling the truth, or they attack without provocation. And I understand that. But, and forgive me, thank you for coming in and tuning in. But please know that I want to get this subject out. I will go through the comments shortly, but I do welcome you in. I'm happy that you're here. Please like the video if you're with me so far. Feel free to comment. I'm open. Just be respectful, please. But back to what I was saying. When you keep poking the bear, and you poke the bear, and you poke the bear, and just, I'm going to keep poking that bear. If that is what you do, you must know that the bear is going to get tired of that. Dogs, same thing. And I'm not comparing people to animals except to illustrate a point. Every species, be it human or otherwise, mammal, fish, don't like you constantly poking, harassing, making up things. All of this is alleged. I get that. But there's something to be said, to Funky's point, that 10 years later, you just can't stop talking about him. And talking about he has the right to move on with his life despite his past. He has the right to be free. He has the right to be respected. Now, if you don't like Funky Dineva, and like is a relative word. I don't know these people. I doubt they know each other that well. But if you don't like someone, that is not an excuse, a reason, or a cause for you to tell yourself that it's okay to demean a person consistently and constantly. It is not all right for you to now want to stand on business and say that you're being disrespected and nobody should say anything to me because I say what I want. Well, Funky says what he wants too. It's just that he's not saying it about you. I think, and I feel strongly, that if you cannot leave him alone, look for what you're getting. Look for the kickback. Look for the response. Look for all of what you see happening now. And in a nutshell, while I may not agree with everything Funky has to say or had to say, I certainly understand it. I absolutely understand it. Doesn't mean I condone it, but I understand it. Because I'm a person, I'm a human being as well. There are only so many times that you can get a turn at my wheel before the wheels come off and now you belong to me. Believe that with every fiber of your being. Everyone has a limit. I can't believe Funky put up with it for 10 years out of the one and continues to put up with it and not allow it to sink into his being. He's reached his saturation point, and I understand. So my advice to my sisters, leave that man alone. Get on about your business. There's enough celebrity news for you to find fascinating, criticize, and make all of your ugly remarks about that are legitimate, I might add, without you putting Funky Dineva on what you think is Front Street. All you're doing is revealing things about your character that may or may not be true. It's in poor taste, sisters. I'm just saying. This is my opinion. I hope it means something to whomever's listening. It doesn't necessarily have to be a conversation between bloggers. This is a conversation between me and you. Don't make a habit of these things, young people. Please don't. Find something else to do with your time that is constructive and productive. You'll live a much longer, happier life. If you believe in karma, then you know what I'm talking about. If you don't believe in karma, you still know what I'm talking about. God don't like ugly. And I don't like to keep pulling this Bible and biblical perspective out, but sometimes it is necessary. And trust me, it is what it is. I've done ugly things and it came right back to me. Said ugly things and it comes right back to me. It may not come back in the way, shape, and form that I delivered it, but it has shown up every time, without a doubt. So I'm more careful now about how I deal with situations, people, dilemmas, problems. Spewing off on someone because you're angry about something else and trying to constantly make it relevant to the moment you're in, you look foolish and you sound foolish. Do yourself a favor, do that person a favor, do your career, do your reputation a favor. Leave people alone. Stop trying to make money on disparaging someone. You want to use their downfall as entertainment, whether it's past, present, or future. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. There's another YouTuber. He's an attorney. What is his name? I can't, it escapes me. It may come back to me while I'm talking, but he's an attorney. Tasha K carried on with him to her own, what can I say? To her own demise. She shamed herself, in my opinion. You're a married woman telling a man that you're mad at about nothing at all, apparently, that he can put his mouth in places that you shouldn't even be pronouncing in public, let alone for all time on YouTube, where people are downloading things and reminding you of what you said. Lead attorney, that's his name, his channel. Bright brother, smart, entertaining. He says some edgy things too. I think edgy things sell. I understand that. I'm not naive. But to go as far as she went, to try to embarrass or disparage him, for me, it was a reflection of who she is. You can be mad at him and criticize him with intelligence. Why must you be vulgar? This is the thing that I don't understand. If you want to be vulgar with your friends, at the cookout, people who know you personally and understand that you do have boundaries. Because I do believe somewhere with ATLien and Tasha K, they do have boundaries. They just don't use them. Or they don't have the discernment to know when to use them. There's a difference. If you ever find me in the street cussing somebody up and down, all right? Trust and believe. At this age and at this time in my life, understand, know, and believe that things are beyond repair. And I'm not going to let it go because I have been disrespected at a level that takes me, we're in another place now. There was a comment being made calling me names on that last broadcast that I did earlier this morning. I could have cussed and fussed and shown my behind all the way to next Tuesday by choice. But what have I gained? Only for you to know that I can say those words and think those thoughts. That's all it'll accomplish, which is nothing at all. Why bother? Some people are just dumb. Leave them where they are. That's my thinking. Leave them where they are. But I don't want this to continue. I don't want it to continue for Tasha K. I don't want it to continue for ATLien. I don't want it to continue for Funky. And I don't want it to continue for any of us who have blogger channels and are trying to put something out there worth hearing. Whether it's humorous, critical, constructive criticism, instructional, educational, all the things. The World Wide Web is worldwide. There's room for all of us. But to take out your needle and poke someone just for poking's sake. I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding that. Anyway, that's just my thought. I'm just feeling a type of way about this whole situation. I normally don't even talk about entertainment, news, and things and all of that. You know, from the perspective of concepts, yes, I do discuss that. But I don't make a point of calling names and taking names and kicking ass, as they say. That's not my thing. It doesn't work. The only ass you end up kicking is your own. I just want us to present better, if I may. Small request on my humble part, my tiny little channel with wonderful followers like yourself. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. I would really like to know all of the things that people are thinking right now about this situation. Is it going to continue? Is it going to increase in intensity? Will it fizzle out? Will it simply kind of change the complexion of things in the way that we deal one with another on YouTube? I don't want anybody to ever do that to me. I don't want any YouTuber to ever come for me. I don't like the whole idea. But I'm aware that it happens. So I guess I just have to get used to it. Yeah. Anyway, it's good talking to you guys again. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. Until next time.